Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 3 on painting a Batwing and some saddlebags for a Kawasaki Vulcan. Here's some of the products that we are using in today's video. So there's some of the products we're using in today's video. Some. I've pulled a load more out. I'm looking at the table now thinking, well, I didn't list that one and that one and that one. I've basically pulled out some shields, some different erasers, pens, artist brushes. There's an array of stuff on the table that wasn't in that list, but the stuff that was on that list will get you this down. Not a problem if you were thinking of doing this or something similar. Now, I left you off in part 2 and we'd put the base coat down. And I said at the end of part 2, if you're leaving your base coat, the first thing you need to do before you start your artwork a day later is prep your base coat up. And that's what I've basically done this morning when I've come in. I've made a new easel bottom, bit of timber, screws, so this can mount and just sit. So when it comes to painting the other one, I can just plonk the other one like this. It sits nice and level. Make sure your pieces of artwork, if you're projecting onto something, are level, nice and square and level in front of your projector. Else your image is going to be off and look skew whiff. So this is sitting nice and straight. I've got the projector set up just here. We've got the camera that we're using set up for the time lapses just here. This is all going to be time lapsed, and I'm going to do a chunk of time lapse, talk you through a bit. Time lapse, talk you through a bit. If I do it full real time, guys, this will be 3 days. And it will be a 3-day video, and I cannot edit it that much. It's going to take me a week to edit the 3 days of footage to get these videos up. So it's going to be broke down into time lapses. But I'll talk you through as much as I can along the way. But you'll get to see it in the time lapse. You'll see what's going on and the way we sort of go about it. Now, I've got an image on the tablet of a sort of realistic skull. We're going to drop a realistic skull in here, and we've got this trim that I painted in part 2, black. So I've mounted the trim back in, grey scotched all the panel up, and we're going to drop the skull in sort of here. It's coming across, so it will go across this. It'll probably come into slightly into this where the lock is. I want it as big as possible here. Nice realistic skull. So the first sort of base colour we're going to go down on is we're going to go with the solvent based white. So I'll project the skull up, drop a little bit of application tape on here, probably 2 pieces of application tape, just stick it to it, pencil the outline of the skull, just so the outer, chop the inner out and take it away, and then I've got a masked off area with a hollow section where the skull would be. Then we can drop the white base coat in, let the white base coat go off for a max, I'd say an hour. In the temperatures that we got today, it's 16.5 degrees in here. So I'm going to leave that for an hour so it is gone off, because I need to be penciling over that. Once that's gone off, we can project, leave the projector set up, project back up, and then just pencil in the eye sockets, the nose, the teeth, a couple of the details where they are, like the little cracks and things in the skull's head. All the rest of it, all the textures are going to go in, and I'm going to make my own textures up. I've got a couple of textured stencils that I've made. So I've got ones that have got like the real intricate edges with all the dots and like type skin texture ones. Another one here. So we can use them, and this is going to be like a grayscale skull. Colours, we've got Golden, Createx Illustration, Wicked, FW Inks. I've got a load mixed up and tones mixed up as well. So they're the colours we're going to use on the skull. Once we put the skull in, we've got some green sort of like, I'm going to do some, not fire, but like a smoke type look coming out from the skull and around it in a green candy. And then we've got some barbed wire to do. Now the barbed wire, we're going to be using this, and I've got to freehand draw all the barbed wire. It's going to be a lot of barbed wire and it takes quite a bit of time. So we've got barbed wire that's going to be wrapping round this, going into the skull socket of the eye, coming out the mouth. It's all going to be wrapped round the casing, so it'll look like it's completely wrapped round and all intertwined into the skull. So we're going to do that on this one, and then on the opposite panel will be the same, different skull on the opposite side, similar pattern with the flame that's coming out, but it'll be coming out a different way on the skull. And then we're going to wrap round with all the barbed wire. Now these panels may take about 3 days, so I'm going to compile the video in the time lapses and just do this one side first, get all the artwork done, move it to one side, bag it over it and bag it up in the studio so nothing goes over it. Then we can move on to the next one. It'll be about 2 or 3 days on the next one, and then we've got the Batwing, which will be about 4 days worth of artwork on that, and then I can clear coat all this together. We can gut the studio because it's the final clear coat, clean everywhere, and then I can take it through the clear coating stages. So that's what's on the cards today. So enjoy the time lapses, and I'll talk you through as much as I can in each sort of little minute interval in between the time lapses, tell you how it's working, how the brushes are coping, because we're using 3 brushes today, paints and things like that. If there's anything else that I'm using, I'll pop up in the screen so you get to see what I'm using, or if there's anything that's not in the list, I'll just pop up in text so you just get to see it in a little image or something like that. So enjoy the video, guys, and we best crack on. Right guys, we're doing a little pause and a little talk through. You've seen quite a bit sort of jump ahead on this, sort of just cracked on the time lapses. I'll talk you through what I did. We masked out, dropped white in, I put a few pencil outlines and then went in with my own textures on this skull. Done a few eraser techniques back down to the white base coat and then just sort of added the tones up. I started off with like a light cool grey, added some black to that and then just sort of built it up and then went freehand. I put the mask back over the skull, went in freehand, dusted a bit of white in and then went in with some candy greens and just started putting some candy in. Now we've got it to that stage there. We can add more to this. We can keep going back in and tweaking it and tweaking it. So the next stage I'm going to do is start dropping the barbed wire in. Now I've drew some barbed wire out freehand, basically some shapes, cut all the intricate pieces out, then I'm going to lay the masking on and then paint the white in and then just build the tones up again with the grey, put the highlights in like you would have on barbed wire and just build it up and just sort of, I've cut 3 shapes out, 3 lengths of it and I'll just put a shape on, move it, add it to another piece and just sort of work it round till I get the sort of effect that I'm after. It's all sort of off the cuff, nothing sort of planned. This piece of artwork was planned, but the rest of it is just, I'm going to go in and do it and make it up as I go along and just see where bits lay. And we'll just put the barbed wire in and then I can do drop shadows over the skull where some of the barbed wire is coming over the top. Some of it will be going into the eye socket, coming out the mouth. So we'll just work it as we go along. So I'll see you in the next time lapse.
Give up everything, daunting life. If I can see my dream, lay things right. 'Cause I'll do anything but want a reality. Lonely night. I'll give up everything, daunting life. If I can see my dreams, make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. Don't let go.
Right guys, I don't know how much I've cut in the time lapses because I've got this camera here, I've got that one there and that one starts to beat, this one starts to beat and I'm just trying to crack on. There are some days when you need to walk away and this is one of them days I just cannot get into it. I'm trying to paint, it's one of them where I'm not getting into the flow and it's like everything is a struggle, trigger control, everything is just not happening for me today. So that tells me that I need a break because I've been painting every single day, video for YouTube. I just need to walk away and have a break for a day, have one day off where I'm not doing this. And you'll find that when you paint, you'll push and push and push and push yourself and then you just make mistakes and things will start to go wrong. And they started to. Application tape's brilliant. It really is, it works great. When it's warm and you touch it together, it is an absolute nightmare. You will not peel it apart from one another. So all the intricate pieces like this that I drew out and cut out and tried to, because we're going over all shapes. This isn't a flat surface. We've got scallops here, we've got ridges here. So you're trying to manipulate and move application tape all over these intricate little bits to get all your spray pattern to go in all these little nooks and crannies around here. So your shapes don't match up. You draw it out and think, yeah, that's the shape I want. But the minute you put it on a surface that isn't flat, you're not getting that shape. So you're having to try and move it round. It's touching together. So you're ripping it off, redrawing it out, and you're going backwards and forwards, and hours and hours and hours and hours are going by. And it doesn't seem like you're getting anywhere. But we've got to this stage. So apologies for how much I caught on the time lapse. I don't know how much. I just kept sort of hitting it as much as I could on the record. But we got the skull in. We've got the green candy sort of smoke effect. We've got barbed wire coming from here. So this will go round the back of this. So it comes round here into the eye socket. We've got a piece coming up here that then starts to open out, come round, and it's going to go that way and round the back. We'll have another piece coming from around here up, overlapping this one and coming into this eye socket, and then I'm going to call that one done, because you can go, if you put too much on, it just looks too busy, and you can overdo it on things, especially when you're doing bikes. You can put loads and loads of stuff on it, it can just look too busy and just overkill. So I want to try and keep as much black as I can round here, so when this is clear coated and this goes deep gloss black, and then this piece of artwork will pop forward when you clear coat it, I think it'll just look enough with just the bits that we've got on. There's some nice details in there, some nice details in the skull, bit of green candy, and this will all pop when it's cleared. So I hope you've enjoyed what you caught of the video. I'm going to go up there and just chill out for the rest of the day, because I'm doing something completely different tomorrow. I'm wrapping a vehicle, a Fiat 500 with my friends, so I'm wrapping tomorrow. So I'll get my mindset into vinyl wrapping a car and not airbrushing. And then back in Tuesday, back in on this, and we'll get this one finished, and I'll start episode 4 on the opposite one of these, and we'll be doing another skull but the opposite side, and barbed wire, similar sort of way to this, so they sort of match. They're not going to be mirror matched, but the barbed wire will go a different shape on the opposite one. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, if you are new to the channel and you're liking my half-hearted content at the minute, click that subscribe, press that notification. Just a little reminder, if you're getting so far with your artwork and it's not going right, stop and walk away before things start to go completely tits up, and then you end up re-base coating it and starting again. Just walk away, come back with fresh eyes, a mindset where you're into painting. I think I've just got too much going on in my head at the minute with all this stuff that's going on. So yeah, I've babbled on long enough. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in part 4 for some more barbed wire and some more green candy and some more skulls. Cheers.